Hello, hello. All right, this is my second go. I just made a video and it was just me talking and it was long and it was good, but it's going to take forever to upload. So I'm going to do a quicker one and hopefully this one will be a lot less time. And I'm doing this while I'm making dinner and just thought I would do a nice check-in, see how you're doing, see how your weekend was, let you know a bit about what's been happening in my world, and yeah, go from there. Okay, so hope you had a really good weekend. Hope your Monday was great. It's so dark, cold, and gloomy here, and it just reminds me of Blighty. It's amazing. I've been inside for when did I? Can't remember when I last left the house actually. But I didn't even get into church yesterday. Oh my gosh, guess what happened? So I have had crazy sleeping patterns lately. I have not slept properly for months. Don't know what's going on out there, what's happening, but I have not slept well. And I've been up sometimes I've been up all night just working. And my work, by the way, it's not work, right? So it's not like don't don't play a violin. It's all good. It's not whinging. I'm just saying what I've been doing. Because when I get into work mode and creation mode, I get so excited, and sometimes I just cannot stop. However, the adrenaline, I don't know what it is, but it's just exceptionally potent right now. Exceptionally, it's so powerful, and just I tell you, I call it wired. You know, in a really good way. Just want to just get so much done, but I've not slept, and it got to the point where on Sunday, all I know is that I woke up and it was like midday. It's like whoa. I mean that is just bizarre to me, because my sleep pattern is what I had it down to a science. 8 p.m., 8 hours max, up at 4. It was all good, and then everything shifted over the past couple months. Tell me if that's happening to you. I don't know. I haven't really discussed it with anybody to know if it's just a thing that's out there with creatives or certain people or just everyone. I don't know if it's a weird thing, but the point is that I missed church. Normally I get to church. Well, normally I leave for church at 7 a.m. On a Sunday, I'm up at 4:30 because I watch a church. My church, my online church, not my church that I attend locally, but I watch that service. It's 4:30 until what is it, like 2 hours, and then I get ready for church. Get there early because we have band rehearsal practice, and then we have the service, and then my Sunday, and that's what normally happens. But my goodness, I didn't make it, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is just terrible. But I just couldn't. I didn't even know it was that late. I have a default where I just wake up normally. I just awake, 3 o'clock, 3:30. I'm just awake, and it didn't happen. Or if it did, I don't know, because I rolled straight into like midday. So that happened, and then after that, I was like, okay, Lord, you know, I wanted to do some inner healing work. Okay, so that's what I had the nudge to do. So I did it. It's powerful, guys. Oh my gosh, if you haven't done inner healing work, I'd recommend it. I've always been someone to work on myself, keep developing, and just be better every single day. And I've been doing heart work in recent week. Well, I started the heart work I think 2021, specific to this specific teacher, right? She's a mentor. She's actually my matchmaking coach. She's a matchmaker, should I say? And she's my dating coach. She's in charge, and her business has grown so much now that she's got coaches under her, and they're all my coach. Everyone in the community has all of these people as their coach, and they are all incredible. And anyway, saying that, where was I going with that? So she has this method called the heart work, and then decades before that, it was Louise Hay. And this was, yes, I know it's New Age, but back in the day, it was what worked for me. Because I've been working on myself, neuroscience, all of those things since I was 7. Okay, since I was 7, I learned about that positive visualization. I learned about how you can create a life. I don't know how I learned it, but I started applying it and it worked. Okay, but I didn't know it was neuroscience back then. I just did. It was positive visualization mostly, But I also had biblical principles, okay? I had a grounding and a fundamental grounding in that teaching. And that's, all about, if you look about the renewing of the mind and all of that. So that was grounded into me anyway. So that was already there. Put it all together. And then, but I think I discovered Louise Hay about 2021. So that's years later. And it just made sense for where I was at the time. Now, I had an inkling that it was just like a shadow version like of the Bible. It really was. It was just like this thing that it says in the Bible, but tweaked slightly to say universe or whatever it may be, right? I had an inkling. It was clear at the time, but but what it did for me was really good in setting me up to get fast forward to 2021 when I wasn't 21. But I'm not going to tell you what beautiful earth year I was. But this is decades later, and it all made sense because the heart work teaching is taught by someone who is a believer of the Lord, and it's I won't say it's the same. It's along the same lines, but it's founded wholly under God, the God of the God of Abraham, the God of Jacob, right? The God of Israel, that God, right? From a biblical perspective, the God of Moses, that God, and it's not founded under the what is called the universe that my God created, right? So all I'm saying is everything happens for a reason. I don't know why I'm going down here. I didn't mean to go down that road. The point is that because of all of that work I've done over the years and the journey I've had, it's incredible to have now come across inner healing from this lady who it turns out is in the same circle as my coach who does the heart work, but I didn't know this at the time. I've recently found out about this person because I jumped on something that and I paid for something for what was it for actually? It was for financial training, and this inner healer is linked to the trainer, and she gave us a complimentary inner healing session. And because I paid for it, I've got access to the recording. The first time I did it, during the live event in January, I actually fell asleep. So many people had all this breakthrough, and they said they did this and did that, and because of all the people on the call, it was a Zoom thing. And I literally fell asleep. I had the most peaceful sleep. Speaking of, it's funny I'm saying this because I told you I had sleeping, just challenges with sleeping. I'd say regular hours for me. What I've created to be regular hours for me because I've never been regular, right? But I fell asleep, I had this peaceful sleep, and I woke up and it all finished, it all done, right? I remember the beginning of it. I remember feeling all lovely and cozy, and then the next thing I know is I woke up. And come to think of it, the way I felt yesterday when I woke up, after missing church, and it was like midday, it was a similar feeling. Like I felt so cocooned and so even though I missed it, I missed the party. Like I missed what happened, I was in consciously. But after waking up and after spending some time doing my normal morning routine, which maybe we'll get into another time, I asked the Lord, what next? What does he want from me? And so inner healing. So I found the recording, I did it. And by the way, I've done it since. I did it about maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and it was amazing. Such a breakthrough. And so I did it again yesterday, and my goodness, something popped up that I wasn't even aware of that was an issue, that was an underlying issue for an issue, and it was amazing. So, for me, I always want to pull the best out of the worst. I missed church, and that felt like a terrible thing. Although I know I needed sleep, so I'm not, beating myself up. I feel bad, but I needed sleep. And quite frankly, I was so tired, I wouldn't have been able to drive in anyway. I wouldn't have been able to. That wouldn't be safe. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not an irresponsible person, so I may have even missed it anyway, even if I had been awake to get up on time, if that made sense. Nevertheless, I woke up. I did my inner healing. Something broke off me that was deep. And I tell you, it's so powerful. It's personal, so I'm not going to share it here. But my goodness, When I tell you game changing, I'm just blown away because that was the last thing I would have even imagined was a thing. But the moment I broke free, the moment I'm celebrating, feeling so like, I got up and within 2 minutes, well, not 2 minutes, that's not true, got up, did my stretches, got up. I had such a, after the stretches, moved towards something and then I hurt my back. It's like the side of my back, pulled something. Now I'm a runner, I'm fit, I'm athletic, and this is not funny. And I've got a high pain threshold. So my tolerance for pain is high and I don't often feel pain. If I feel pain, then I'm telling you it's an excruciating, painful thing. And every so often I feel it when I move or whatever. And it's so annoying because the side of me that is wise enough to know about, neuroscience and the way the body works and physiology and all the things, and even when you shift something, how when you remove something, you make in space and room for something else to come in, whatever it is. I feel like it's like maybe trapped, not necessarily trauma, but trapped energy that maybe wasn't fully released and is lodged in there. Or it could be psychosomatic, where I was so used to having that underlying thing as protection that I didn't know was there, and it's just resistant. It could be that too. It could be a bit of a mix of that. It just could be the fact that I stretched too much. It could be that I just twisted too quickly. It could be all of the things. But I'm just letting you know I've been in pain I won't say I've been in pain continuously, but yeah, there's an issue. And it's been raining outside. It's cold, so it's not like I could have run anyway, but I would have worked out indoors. I haven't been able to work out. And that's frustrating to me because I'm a person that needs to work out. I need to work out. So that's the thing. But just to let you know anyway, so it's not, look, don't cry for me, Argentina. I'm not asking for a violin. I'm just saying that that's what's happened and there's a little pain thing going on. It's so frustrating. What else? So that's me. And then because of that, though, I thought, okay, I'm going to work from bed today. I've got this cute, amazing little desk that you pop up on your bed, laptop, my journals, all of that. Monday is my CEO planning day. And I've been shifting in recent weeks to make Friday my CEO planning day for the week. So I could just roll into Tuesday actually, or Monday if I feel like it, and just get working. Instead, what I've been doing for some time is planning on Mondays, in the law firm at least. I have my wrap up on Friday and then Monday, a full on planning session for the week based on my quarterly goal, my monthly goal, my yearly, all of it. And so that's what I did today. But today it was a little bit, it's been annoying in recent weeks because I've had an overlying thing to do, which is my social media content. And the reason being is because I didn't get it done at the end of last year like I planned to. So I could just coast in having all the quarter already done, all scheduled, automated. Didn't happen. Why? Because I hired someone to do my marketing that didn't deliver. So I had to fire that person, had to let them go, and I'm doing it now. And so that's just one of those things that happens, right? When you're running a business, it just happens. I'm proud of myself because I trusted this person, knowing that, I will admit, in the past, my default is like, if you want something done well, you got to do it yourself. I've been breaking that off me because, as someone that's been used to building like 6-figure businesses on my own without help, automations, all the things, this is before law. I want to build something bigger. I've got work to be done in this world, more of a positive difference to be made. And quite frankly, I believe that it will be wise to get a team. So this is why in this season, I've been learning how to be around community, improving those skills. Not that I don't get on with people. There's my cooker telling me that dinner's ready. So I hope you don't mind. I'm going to keep going because I don't have to get up twice. But my point is that, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up quickly, is that because of that, I'm pushing the things further. If you know anything about me, I like to push beyond my comfort zone. I always want to grow and develop. And so I thought, yeah, I'm going to do community. I'm going to do community. I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn how to be around. And when I say community, it's not like I can't build my own. I just mean in other communities, as in communities of others, and building a fellowship kind of thing and being around them instead of being that person that does it all on their own, right? So same goes with building a team for my business. I want to build a team, a lasting, sustainable team, and then we're all working towards a goal together. That's my vision, and I've done that all myself. So anyway, that's what the plan is. So anyway, that's just it. I've got to now, it's February now. It's like the middle of February, and I still haven't completed my Q1 social media. And it's a big deal because normally that's done in advance, so I've got time to focus on other things. But, marketing is one of the biggest things of importance in a business. And it's not that it has to be social media, don't get me wrong, because social media is not my default these days. It was back in the day with other businesses, but it isn't. But I also know that where I'm moving towards it is a big deal. So I have to act and be in the space or the place or the level that I'm moving towards, even though I'm not there yet. Does that make sense? So I have to do it. I have to do it. It's conditioning, it's discipline, has to be done. And so it's just a little bit of frustration because I'm not doing it. And I'm doing it, but it's slow. It's not like at the speed I was going in October. It was just amazing. I was creating 3 months worth of content in a matter of like over a week. No more than maybe 4 hours. How good it stopped. It's annoying me. It's probably annoying you too. But the point is that, I was able to get that done. And I was on such a trajectory and in such a flow because my posts were being so well received. They're Holy Spirit. I don't know if you know that, but they're Holy Spirit downloads. And I love that. I don't use AI for them. I literally get the download. I create them, like I go over whatever there is and I just make them appropriate for what's being downloaded to me. And I was just on such a roll because people are actually receiving them. I don't create things to be received. I don't look for likes and all of that. But it was so wonderful to know that I was able to help others with my posts. So I was ready, in December, like, yay, let's do the next quarter, let's go. And I'm gonna trust this person and let them do it because common sense, right? Wisdom is use your strengths for the strategic stuff. Use your strengths to lead, but not to do, right? Not the things that you don't need to do, at least. Focus on your trajectory or what you're aiming towards and hire out the things that you don't need to do. So that's what I was doing. All faith and trust that this person was who they said they were. They weren't. And here we are. And it's now mid-February and I haven't finished my social media posts and it's been daily. I've been up late finishing up things, and don't get me wrong, I know that's one of the things we don't advocate. I do my time management, I am a coach and all of this stuff, I know exactly what needs to be done, but saying that I haven't been sleeping anyway, so it's okay. It's kind of like, what am I going to do? Read the Bible, okay. Journal, okay. Meditate on the word, okay. Learn something new, okay. But guys, I do that anyway. So then it gets to a point where there's dead time. It's never dead time, but what do I do with it? I want to be constructive, I want to be productive. I can do social media, so that's what happens. So spend that time doing it. And for some reason it's the middle of February and I'm still doing it. It's so bizarre, it's so bizarre. So yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to just share and just let you know what's been happening. There's been a bit of pain. There's been CEO strategy. I love my CEO strategy calls and days. Had a really good day. I finished at 6 p.m, 1800 hours, which for me is wonderful. Dinner in the oven. I'm going to get a nice early night. I'm going to get to bed. Even if I don't sleep, I'm going to lay there because it's better than being up and just, beholden to all of that. So I just wanted to share it. So here we are. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I pray you have an incredible, blessed week. Let me know what you've been up to. Share whether this was, insightful, helpful. If, it made you think about anything that you want to discuss. Otherwise, I'll see you soon. I appreciate you so much. Have an incredible, blessed one. Take care and go eat now. Bye.